In the Middle East, I think people are warriors by nature. They're born in conflicts, they live their whole lives in conflicts, and I think martial arts for them is something that suits them perfectly.
Nice. Inside is gone, father. Go. Fight. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
My parents were Palestinian refugees. They went to Brazil early 60s. I was born and raised in Brazil. They came back to Jordan. They acquired the Jordanian passport and citizenship. I also did that. So basically I'm Brazilian, Jordanian, but lived all my life in Brazil, and I've been here living it for the past 5 years in Jordan. My name is Samy Al-Jamal. I'm a 4th degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I'm a black belt in Judo. I'm a black belt in Karate, Shotokan. I needed to defend myself in the streets of Rio. Rio is not an easy place for you to grow up, especially in the streets. At the time, it was very violent. So I decided to start learning martial arts in Brazil. And since I was 5 years old, up to now, I'm 46, I still train martial arts. I decided to come here, stay here, and teach Jiu-Jitsu for the Jordanian people, because I thought it would be very nice for them to learn the true, original Jiu-Jitsu. And I stayed here and I opened the school in order to teach the real Jiu-Jitsu, the real Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Overall, it's a way of life. So I thought it was very important for the Jordanian people to be exposed to that. And I actually felt the difference here. When I first came and I started wrestling with the guys, I thought they were very strong. And I don't think like the Muslim empire was an empire just by chance, because these guys were really strong since back then. The Source MMA is located in Rabia, which is West Amman, the heart of the city, and our dojo is about 200 meters for training. I think we're like a mini New York here. It's like a melting pot of cultures, religions, and sometimes we have people in the cage behind me here praying, and right next to them people fighting, and right behind them people actually doing mixed martial arts and hitting each other, and which I think is a beautiful scene to watch, and not many places in the world can have this type of scenery. We have foreigners that are non-native Arabic-speaking people, and because they become Muslim, they come to Jordan to live in Jordan, to live a life of a Muslim, and they're also into martial arts, and so they come and train with us. They're like very religious, but at the same time very good martial artists.
So my name's Ramzi Nabulsi. I'm from Australia, Melbourne, Australia, and I often get asked, why did I come to Jordan? Why did I leave, the land of milk and honey of Australia, and come to the original land of milk and honey? And the reason for me was to provide an environment for my children and for my family and myself where we could spiritually grow as people. You like that one?
Where is it? There.
Oh. Take your stance, man. No, not free, just. So there's learning sensitivity and how to stick to your opponent. Most people are just very awkward, and for the idea of always remaining stuck. So it's like a two-man drill, and then you can start adding strikes and so on. You win when you can move your opponents, yes. And you want to do so without having to muscle them. You're just feeling and finding the center. So the good thing about playing with children is you don't become aggressive. There we go. Whoa. Yeah. So I live in a little town of Sports City, what's known as Sports City in Amman. It's called Rana Qubbaj, and it's known for the many scholars that live here. So the community is people from the US, the UK, Canada, Australia, India, and locals, local Arabs, Jordanians, and so on. So it's a big mix of people, and so we are every color of the rainbow here, and in many languages, coming under the same banner or the same intention to work on themselves and improve themselves. There is a stereotype present within the world that Muslims have something in their genetics, they just want to get into violence, and they have a passion for violence. I'm interested very much in seeking a supremacy in fighting in terms of the art form itself. So I'm looking for excellence of fighting, which comes back to my passion towards. I think comes down to something to do with justice and so on. An importance put on being able to stop evil with your hand. So there's a need to do that, and to do that, I find martial arts gives you the tools to do so. So I don't find martial arts contradicts my faith at all, and I find it, if anything, it's just a tool in order to do what I'm supposed to do, which is support what is good and stop what is bad. I'm interested in competing at some point in the mixed martial arts arena and other arenas, very much with the intention to dispel any myths within myself, like what I'm capable of doing. I don't want to lie to anyone, and I don't want to lie to myself. So I'm studying a number of martial arts, being Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I come from a background of Kung Fu, and recently I've started Tai Chi, much like in the same sentiment as Hickson Gracie had said in his documentary Choke. In order to believe in what you're doing, you need to be open to competition at some point.
Rana.
Yes. Go, take the back, let go, take the back. Go, keep going. 2 points. Move. Pass the guard. The piece is about women in the Middle East, not about guys that beat up women. What are you doing? Why is the hand in that leg over there again? The bottom of the leg. Go down. Full guard. Stop, time. Okay?
No? It's interesting. We have a lot of female BJJ fighters here, more than my school in Brazil, and more than many schools that I see outside. And although the culture here, it's a bit restricted towards women training martial arts, the girls here are doing a very good job, and this year we made 2 world champions. Rana, she came to me, she had never done any sports. She did, especially any sports that she really had to push hard. And she started kickboxing with me, and then she merged into Jiu-Jitsu. And last year she competed in the European Championship and the Abu Dhabi World Pro Championship. She won both, the World Pro in her weight and open weight, and the Portugal also her weight, without anybody scoring one advantage on her, which is a huge accomplishment for anyone, you know. And she's the first Arab woman to do that.
I don't know why, but people think that girls should be delicate and they should not be strong. But I was never able to follow that concept because I think everybody should be strong because you cannot stand up for yourself. Not necessarily like being aggressive, but every person should be able to stand up on their own.
Allah. Allah.
My name is Rana Qubbaj. I like to do MMA and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, mostly Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And I train and compete in Jiu-Jitsu. I started doing competitive fighting by chance. I started doing Jiu-Jitsu by chance. I was just looking for a workout to lose weight and get in shape. I was a lot overweight and I had to lose some weight. And it was very hard for me to get into working out because I knew nothing about sports. Like, I tried to go to the gym. I don't know how to carry the weight. I don't know how to do anything. I tried to jog. I can't jog. I can't do anything. I was totally out of shape. I was a smoker. I never worked out in my life. So when I tried a lot of things for 6 months, and then I started kickboxing. There was a jiu-jitsu team in my gym, and I kept on looking at them for like 2.5 years, and I didn't feel I'm interested. And then the first time I tried it, I really loved it. The first time, like the first 5 minutes, I really loved it. And 6 months after, there was a tournament in Abu Dhabi, and I decided to try my luck out, and I loved it. So I didn't plan for it. I can't do that with you. Okay, so my normal routine is I wake up like 5:30 in the morning, sometimes 6 when I'm really tired. I prepare my food because I have to eat certain stuff. So I prepare my food, I cook whatever I want to cook, whatever. I take like, have to prepare 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to prepare 4 meals. And that what goes on before training. Up to now, I have to eat 4 meals. So I prepare my 4 meals and I try to be in the gym like 6:37. I start my morning workout routine, which is basically cardio and strength and weightlifting and strength exercises and whatever, balance, whatever I need to work on. So that goes in the morning. And then I go to work, try to be on time at 9. And I work 9 to 6. My training is usually at 7, my second training, so I leave from work to the dojo, to the gym. Yeah, I'm actually the first Arab girl to win an IBJJF tournament, which is the International Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Federation. These are the tournaments that are organized by the International Federation, so they're the hardest to win. So the Europeans was the first IBJJF tournament I've ever been to, and I'm the first Arab girl to win that one. There are a bit of difficulties actually. The community is a bit conservative about girls and guys grappling together, or even any form of intimate, like being in very close distance. So it's harder here because girls outside get more opportunities. They fight with guys more, and guys are stronger physically, obviously. So that helps you develop your jiu-jitsu more.
Okay, guys,
My family. The first time, they thought it's just a trip. They know I'm fighting, but nobody took me seriously. And I still remember, I was pissed off when I lost. And then my father called us like, how did it go? And I was like, I lost. He was like, why are you pissed off? Of course you're gonna lose. So nobody took me seriously the first time. The second time, when I told them I won, it was like a surprise. Everybody was surprised. It's like, how can you win in the Europeans? The last competition, the World Pro, I didn't see that. I wish I could see that, but it was on TV. So my sisters were telling me my parents panicked when they saw me fighting on TV. And especially in Jiu-Jitsu, it's sometimes complicated because you can be on bottom and winning, and you're the one in full control and you're the one who's not in pain or anything, but it doesn't look this way. So I was like winning all the fights and they were panicking at home. Okay, so this is my dad. This is Dr.
Hello.
Rana Qubbaj, my dad.
Hello.
My mom went away. I don't think that living with my parents' house affects my ability to be a good fighter, because I know the Arab world is conservative, but even the Arab world, not every part of the society is as conservative, so my parents have no problem with me going out, training, traveling to compete. I've always traveled before competitions and after competitions. So for me, it's not a problem. I know it might be a problem for other Arab girls, but for me, it's not, thank God. Sometimes, okay, guys in this country, unfortunately, have the habit of just commenting on girls when they're walking. So it used to annoy me more, actually. Before I used to do jiu-jitsu. Now, for example, I never would have stopped at an ATM at night to like withdraw money 2 years ago, but now I don't care. I had to use my jiu-jitsu only once. So I was walking down the street and this guy was like, he started making comments and I ignored him, because this is what we do. We ignore the guys when they do that. And then he grabbed my hand. He was like, I'm talking to you. So I had to use some jiu-jitsu, but not too much.
Every part of society, they have something against it, okay? Which to me creates a platform for them to show freedom, for them to actually go there and conquer their rights and show to people that people are wrong, through going to championships, to conquering world championships. And that's what I tell them all the time. Their results in the martial arts is what's gonna make people understand and accept them better.